Hey, Steph, you know we sold 30 cars on Monday?
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise
Porta Subs is celebrating 50 years as your neighborhood sandwich.
Yo sé que tú puedes.
Tú puedes hacerlo. Yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti.
As a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear one more time for Stephanie Preston. First and foremost, your favorite four-legged mascot. Let's hear for Johnny Lama! Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep that same energy for your goalkeeper, number 1, Abraham Melville.
Soccer time in Las Vegas tonight from Cashman Field. It's Las Vegas Lights FC hosting Oakland Roots, presented by De Castro Verde Law Group. The Llamas are back in the house. Oakland looking for a road win. Las Vegas looking to bounce back after a defeat on its travels last week. And welcome back, Matt Peterson with the former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. What do you make of tonight's matchup?
Well, it's next man up for the Lights, isn't it? A few changes, a few young players coming in. It's their chance to come in and really make a mark on the season. And the Lights have been performing well, especially at home at Cashman. They just want to continue it. But this Oakland Roots team are a very good team, and they've invested a lot. Their record maybe doesn't highlight that, but they're a team that can win games.
Let's look at the opportunities tonight for Las Vegas. No Danny Trejo is the expectation. We also have Cal Jennings with LAFC. Who might step up tonight for Las Vegas Lights? There's a goal earlier this season from Alvaro Quezada.
Yeah, as I mentioned, there's a lot missing for the Lights, a lot of firepower. Is Kadarian's going to come in? He's a young man. He's shown sparks when he's come on at times this season, so they might rely on him, but you have to go to the likes of Molina. He's going to have to really step up tonight and show the worth that he can bring to the team.
Well, here is the graphic. These are the goals available tonight. Gaines not here, but Molina, Crisostomo, Quezada perhaps scoring the goals.
Out of them, you have to say Molina is the man you'd rely on mostly for attacking flair. Julian Gaines, obviously defender, Crisostomo, a holding midfield player, and Quezada plays all over the place. So Molina has to be the man tonight.
Meanwhile, for Oakland Roots, many newcomers. And the leading scorer is from Iceland, Otar Magnus Carlsen. He's appeared for his country 9 times. He's on loan from Venezia in Serie A, and he has 5 goals in his first season in the USL Championship.
Well, you see there, an absolute wonder of a left foot. He's smashed that one in from 20 yards, and you see Venezia are a quality team in Serie A, so he definitely has a lot of ability, and there'll be a lot expected from him. And you see that's a fantastic strike, and you see he's also large in stature. He's a big guy, maybe the figure point for the Oakland Roots attack.
So it's Las Vegas and Oakland. Kickoff from Cashman Field is next.
Wendy's without the Wendy's app is like a hamburger without the fresh beef.
No!
Get the app to order ahead, order delivery, earn free food, and get app-exclusive offers. One app, all the Wendy's.
So, you have a wedding and you forgot to get a haircut. Just open the Great Clips online check-in app. In a few taps, you're in, out, and wow. Pretty much the best-looking guy at the party. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
So it's game day, and you need to get your hair in shape. Enter Great Clips. Our skilled stylists save your haircut details in clip notes for the look you love almost as much as your team. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
We know life gets hectic. Work, kids, sports. Who could expect you to remember ice for the barbecue, diapers for the baby, or maybe it's food for the dog? Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you. With all the essential items you need, complete with contactless delivery right to your doorstep. And ordering couldn't be easier with the free Terribles Social House app or online at terribleherbs.com. You got this. Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you.
Las Vegas Light Soccer is presented by CoinCloud, the easiest way to buy and sell cryptocurrency. By Nevada State College, be bold, be great, be state. And by Silver State Schools Credit Union, proud sponsor of your Las Vegas Lights. Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Lights hosting Oakland Roots. Just minutes away from kickoff. And here are the starting lineups. First, for Las Vegas Lights, injuries with LAFC, injuries within Las Vegas Lights. So a few debuts. Chase Bromstead, his USL Championship debut in midfield. And Duran Iskandarian, the Armenian U21, makes his first Lights start.
Yeah, it was quite nice to see some fresh faces, isn't it? The Lights have been quite... They've kept the same team as the season's gone on, but some fresh faces. Let's see if they can bring a spark to the team and see some exciting young players on show.
Nathan Ordaz signed with LAFC just a few weeks ago. He gets his first start as well up front with Iskandarian. Meanwhile, for Oakland Roots, many new faces here in 2022 for first-year head coach Juan Guerra, but only one change from last week. Joseph Nane is displaced by Mikhail Johnson.
Yeah, but the main man obviously is Ottar Karlsson. 5 goals on the season. He's the threat up there. For Miller as well. We saw him last year in the USL. He's a dangerous player. The pull can really cause problems, and it's just quite a bit of firepower for this Oakland Roots team.
There's Enrique Duran from Spain. Had a good conversation yesterday about this team and how proud he is of them battling through injury. Here we go from Cashman Field. Las Vegas is in black, Oakland Roots in the green and yellow. Oakland Roots coming off a 2-2 draw against Orange County. For Las Vegas, a 1-0 defeat on the road at Monterrey. Danny Trejo not in the starting lineup. The leading goal scorer, Cal Jennings, came off the bench for LAFC today in a loss against Colorado. So the question for Las Vegas is, where would the goals come from? And we talked about it a bit in the Open, but some opportunities up front. Ordaz is 18 years old, signed just April 25th for LAFC. Duran Iskandarian in his first professional season. They partner up front. Big shoes to fill for those two.
Oh, huge shoes to fill, but they can play with no pressure. There's no pressure on an 18-year-old to go in his first start, Ordaz, so he can just play freely. And you see that with young players, their first game, the first 5 games. I actually read an article on it the other day. First 5 games is usually they play with freedom. It's when they hit that 5-game mark they start to doubt themselves a little bit. So I'd be excited to see. I want to see some energy, and I want to see them show what they can do. And you see with the Lights, they've got player strength and depth over the last 2 years. And it's another man to step up, so I'm excited. And Iskandarian, we've seen him come on this season a few times, and he's shown a lot of ability when he has played. So I look forward to seeing them show what they can do.
Throw in to the far side for Oakland Roots. Edgardo Rito, he's from Venezuela, and it's a really good outside back combination. Rito on one side, Azúcar on the other. Each of them with 2 goals on the season. It's a 3-5-2 formation for Coach Juan Guerra, and he told broadcasters this week at the broadcast call, we have the best outside backs in the USL Championship. High praise for the 2 outside backs, as there is an opening goal for Oakland from the edge of the area. It is Karlsson once again, and Juan Guerra must be pleased. His team capitalizing on a miscue at the back, and the Icelandic international has his 6th on the year.
Well, it was the two Scandinavians on loan from Venezia that linked up. A great break from midfield from Mikhail Johnson. He laid the ball into Karlsson, who I think he got a little bit lucky on his first touch, but we saw in the highlights before the game, he's got a wand of a left foot, and he's managed to find himself on that left foot on the edge of the box, and he's drilled it into the bottom corner past Romero. Nothing the goalkeeper could do. And it was a very promising start from the Roots. We've discussed before the game that they have a lot of guys 25, 26 in their prime, and you saw there the quality of Johnson breaking from midfield into Karlsson, and what a finish.
Oakland has the lead on the road. It's a very interesting team because last year's team was the surprise for many in the USL Championship. They pulled off the shocking first-round upset of El Paso. They made the Western Conference semifinals after a dreadful start. And then that team was changed quite a bit. Jordan Farrell goes back to his technical director role. Juan Guerra comes in. Most of the starting lineup has changed, but the results haven't been there. Only 1 win in 10. But a team that drew with last year's USL champion in Orange County. 5 ties out of the 10. There's a yellow card shown to Lara. A slow start here as Lara is booked inside 5 minutes.
Yeah, here you see Johnson breaking from midfield. He's played it, and it looked, from the angle we saw it, it looked a little bit straight, but what a touch from Carlson to find the space, and he just hits it on his second touch from the edge of the box into the bottom corner. That first touch is fantastic. Takes it away from the defender onto the left foot, and yeah, he's finished with aplomb. But to go back to the roots, we were discussing the team before the game, and we find it hard to believe the quality they have throughout, how they've only won 1 game this year. You saw the quality there on the goal, but a team of 25, 26, it looks like a team that's been brought together to win the championship, never mind get to the playoffs. They've got some quality throughout, so I would expect them to start to go onto a run. It's, as you see most years, though, when you set up a new team, you have to get used to playing with each other. It can take 10 games like we're at now to start to gel and to start to see the quality that the team has together.
Otar Magnus Carlson, his 6th goal in 10 games in his debut season with Oakland, on loan from Venezia and Serie A. So we see our injury report for tonight's match. Julian Gaines, Eric Duenas out for Las Vegas. Max Orn still out for Oakland. Back all the way to the goalkeeper, Benny Diaz from Southern California. He's on loan from Tijuana. 5 appearances in Liga MX over the last 2 years, so another big-time loanee coming in. You have 2 from Serie A, 1 from Liga MX in the starting lineup tonight for Oakland.
Yes, it's incredible, isn't it? It's an array of talent. As a goalkeeper that's played Liga MX 5 times, it's a real coup for Oakland Roots, and it shows the ambition that this team has.
Match odds presented by Westgate Superbook. What do you make of those odds, Andrew Driver?
I'm not the world's greatest on the way the American odds are set up, but it looks pretty even, doesn't it? Both teams, it's kind of crazy to say that. It looks like the Roots are maybe slight favourites, even though they've only won 1 game on the season. But that has probably had to do with the personnel missing for the Lights.
Well, I learn something from you every day, Andrew. Tell me about the difference in the American lines versus the European line.
We use decimals.
Okay.
So you do this plus 100, which I don't particularly get, but for us, the decimal would say plus 100, I think, would be almost even money, which is 1 for 1.
So over there, the decimal, the smaller the decimal, the more favorite you are, the more of the underdog.
Yeah, so even money usually means you're probably favorite. You can be less than even money. So if you're 1 to 2, you put $2 on, you only get $1 back profit.
Work to do for Las Vegas. Down a goal after the Icelandic forward Otar Carlson has his 6th goal of the season. Here's Chrysostomo. Back for Lara.
This is what the Lights need to do now. It's a real slow start. You find yourself 1 goal behind. You're missing some of your star players. As a team, you might start to feel it's not going to be a night already. But just keep a little bit of possession, go forward, and here's an attack.
One of the first breaks here for Las Vegas. It's DeRoma breaking through, and it's a goal kick to Oakland. DeRoma pushing forward, joining the likes of Iskandarian. So we get to our keys to the game, presented by Finlay Chevy. What are those for you tonight, Andrew?
Well, the Lights is get out to a fast start, as obviously hasn't materialized so far. Next man up, they need the young men to step up and make a name for themselves. The Roots wanting to pressure the LV back line and set piece execution. I think that another thing for the Lights that they really want to do is they want to press. Before the game, we saw them warming up, and you saw the team in shape. That's, I think, since Enrique Duran has taken over the head coach position, the team has pressed extremely well. And at Cashman, if you press well together, you can cause problems for the opposition team. You can win the ball back in dangerous areas.
Player down for Oakland. How rare is that as a former pro, Andrew, working on shape in the warm-up before a match?
I've had clubs where you've actually done it. Some teams do it the day before, but I saw them in the shape of the defenders, playing the ball up, winning headers, where they were going to be positioned for the second ball. which I think it's been completely apparent this year that the shape has been much better under Enrique Duran. You can definitely see he's working hard with these young men.
Alejandro Frenmayor, another newcomer to this Oakland team. That's another nice piece. He's Venezuelan, like his manager Juan Guerra. He played for the Houston Dynamo from 2018 through 2021 with some loan spells in the USL Championship. There is Juan Guerra, 35 years of age, played for FIU, assistant coach with Phoenix last year, was with Indy 11 the year before. And he told the broadcasters on the call this week that he went to the Spanish second division, Monagas, after FIU, and he wishes he'd stayed in North America to play in Major League Soccer. Eventually had a good run in the USL, but now his first head coach job, and you can just hear in his voice, not pressure, but the urgency in Oakland to win some games with this roster.
Yeah, you see the quality they have. You've already seen that tonight. To say they've only won one game is just incredible. So as a coach, when you're in the situation you're in, regardless of the players they have, regardless of the investment, you're going to be under pressure. He'll have high hopes for the season. So he won't want to go out with a whimper. He'll want to keep this team improving.
And he's told us that 3 home games after this and then a road game at Monterrey. So if they could get a win tonight, home for 3, and then a short bus ride down to Monterrey, an expansion club, chance to turn their things around in short order.
Yeah, of course. And they may have struck a little bit lucky tonight with the lights in terms of the lights not having their full 11 out. But obviously there's a long way to go. I think they've got to worry about one game at a time. If you start thinking about 1, 2, 3 games ahead, that's when you find yourself in trouble, because you can be 2 games down the road and you've not picked up a point.
Well, for Las Vegas, let's reset it. Cal Jennings played today for LAFC. LAFC lost to Colorado, but it's been a busy time for LAFC. That team has been struck by injury bug. That team is battling through the U.S. Open Cup. They'll play LA Galaxy in the next round of the Open Cup. And with the games on the same day, it makes it more difficult. And Coach Duran told us yesterday that it's hard to get the Lights players together in practice to work on set pieces. A lot of the Lights players have been training with the first team, which is great for their experience, but hard for things like set piece preparation.
Oh yeah, it's nearly impossible, isn't it? You have to train as a team. You have to know what each other are doing, especially when you're having young men stepping up. If they'll possibly have not played with their partner in that position, and you've got to learn the intricacies, you've got to learn the runs, you've got to learn how to press. So as a coach, it's pretty much a nightmare, isn't it? But it is positive that the fact that the guys are stepping up to the LAFC first team. It shows that going to the Lights and doing well puts you in a great position. A lovely little nutmeg there from Azakar.
Andrew, we just saw an assistant coach from Oakland go over to the 4th official, show him something. 4th official wrote something down. What do you suspect that was about?
I think it could possibly be a substitution. I think Fenmeyer obviously went down injured.
Yep.
He's maybe not feeling comfortable. It would be a big loss for Oakland.
Yes.
Obviously, being an ex-Dynamo player myself, I know a lot about Fenmeyer. I thought he had a lot of ability when he first came. Maybe didn't have the luck go his way at times, but this would definitely be a great addition to any squad in the USL.
Molina left it. It's won back by Oakland. Roots in front. Otar Carlson, his 6th goal of the season. Quick move for Oakland. This was an Oakland team that seemed intent on rebuilding its attack. It was a surprise last year as Emre Clemente prepares to come on. He was a mainstay last season for the Roots. But a team that found a way. I think a lot of people were surprised how good of a season Oakland had after a tough start. Amongst the worst teams in the league with shots and chances created, but they found a way into the playoffs, and they pulled the shocking first-round upset to reach the semifinals. Now a chance for Las Vegas, 3 versus 4, well-timed challenge, won back by Oakland.
Yeah, a nice little break there. It was Ordaz on the left wing. Just a little bit. That's the thing as a young man coming into the league. You have to get used to the pace, and you can see there he maybe got caught a little bit cold with the touch wasn't there, and you lose the ball straight away.
Oakland Roots last season, fewest shots in the league. A total of 303 in the entire season. Fewest chances created, tied for the worst, 217. They've tried to rebuild the attack. Here comes Emre Clemente, 31-year-old, born in Montenegro. 7 caps for his home country. Moved to Mainz, Germany as a youth, and settled in Oakland. 32 appearances last year, and I think it shows the depth in this team. No disrespect to Clemente, but he appeared 32 times. He was a mainstay. Now he's more of a reserve.
Yeah, he's played 7 times for Montenegro. That's no mean feat. Montenegro is a growing nation in soccer. Any player that played international obviously has ability. To say he's sat on the bench, it does show the quality this team has.
Clemente replaces Fuenmayor. Fuenmayor in his first season, that was his 10th start, so he's been a mainstay. Fuenmayor disappointed as he goes to the bench. There's Clemente, well-traveled in this division. San Diego Loyal, Reno, Sacramento, Republic, and LA Galaxy too. Here he is on the ball, Mikhail Johnson. His older brother plays for Venezia, has been there 4 seasons. Johnson's out of the Rosenborg Academy in Norway. He's still 21 years of age. They have 2 bright lights. Carlson's 25, Johnson's 21, both on loan from Venezia.
Funnily enough, the Roots kit is the same color as the Venezia kit. They probably feel well at home. But you've seen Johnson on the ball already. He created the goal from a break from midfield, but he's looking for it all the time. He looks very comfortable.
Of course, ties in the ownership groups with both clubs, making the loans more of a probability as it's clipped in and handled there by Abraham Romero, who gets the start tonight. Late challenge there. Seemed like Tekel Keenan may have pushed Dennis into the goalkeeper Romero. At least that's what Dennis is claiming.
It was just a clash, wasn't it? It was a little dinked ball into the box. The goalkeeper has to come out. And yeah, I think the Kel Keenan showing all his experience there, just put his body in the right place, and Dennis went tumbling over him into the goalkeeper.
Charlie Dennis, another new player. Last 2 years with FC Tucson, he was in the first team all-league with the USL League One with FC Tucson. Turnover here, but a whistle blown, handball or offside. They try to rebuild this attack. Some notable departures: Walfall, Kai Green, Jeremy Bokilla, and Salih Mohammed. But Bokilla was a big piece up front. Walfall was kind of the anchor, the grit. I think a big reason for some of those gritty wins last season. But they brought in the likes of Formella, Dennis, Fuenmayor, and Carlson, as well as Mikhail Johnson, to reignite this attack.
Yes, this gives the strength and depth as well. But you got to remember the Roots, they're growing into the championship, aren't they? Their achievement last year was fantastic, but they're still a new organisation in the league. They just need to keep growing, and it's all an experiment to begin with, isn't it? You got to try and find what will win in the championship. The Lights is promising from the Lights. They've gone behind early, but they've started to pass the ball around a little bit. Maybe haven't had the cutting edge going forward, but in possession they've looked quite comfortable.
Benny Diaz, 23 years of age, from Huntington Park, California, on loan from Tijuana. Makes his 9th start at the goalkeeper position tonight. Lara throws it in. All the way back to Abraham Romero. Rowan to Oakland. Juan Guerra, 6 caps for Venezuela. The assistant in the last couple seasons, last year with Phoenix, before that Indy 11. Mazurkar throws it in. Well defended by Lara, picked up by Molina. Here's Frank DeRoma. Bromstead, his USL Championship debut tonight. He played for Las Vegas Lights in the Open Cup, the defeat to FC Tucson, but he's from the Sporting Kansas City Academy. Last 4 years at University of Tulsa. Number 23 for Las Vegas gets the start in midfield, so he gets his first USL Championship appearance tonight as a Las Vegas player, and then Duran Iskandarian his first start.
It's a big occasion for them, isn't it? Starting your first professional game. Just need to work the way into it. It's not ideal to go behind, but there's a long way to go.
Morten Bjørsvold, the Norwegian, gets forward. Does well to keep it in. Molina turns. That's excellent from Roberto Molina. And now Chrysostomo will keep possession. Furthest afield we've seen Morten Bjørsvold tonight, the right back for Las Vegas Lights. And we might see this formation change a bit tonight as we spoke with Enrique Duran about how to counter Oakland's wingbacks, which push forward. He said we can do it two ways. We can go 4-4-2 and give the responsibility to the outside midfielders, or we can go like for like, fight fire with fire and go 3-5-2. Good turnover there. Chrysostomo wins it. Iskandarian goes to his left, has options in the box. Duran Iskandarian for Las Vegas. Trickery on the outside of the box. His cross was deflected. It will be a corner kick for Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, promising from Iskandarian. Really nice feet. You see a couple of step overs. Looks very sharp on the ball. Lined up the defender, a couple of fakes. Nice step over and a blocked cross, but more promising signs from the Lights.
Duran Iskandarian, a great story in his first season with Las Vegas Lights. Plays with Armenia U21 national team. Here's the corner kick. Traore headed it backward. Bromstead, a little slow, but his second ball is deflected, picked up by Traore. Chrysostomo, wide again. Here's to Roma. Free kick given to Oakland.
Yeah, a little bit slack there from Roma, wasn't it? In a decent position, tried to slip the ball down the line to Iskandarian, but very much unlike him, giving the ball away easily like that. But it was good, promising play from the Lights. A little bit of pressure, the corner, they kept hold of possession and continued the attack. They're starting to show a little bit more confidence.
Hold up play from Darius Formella. That's excellent here from Oakland roots. Azokar, balloon the cross. That's excellent. Using a central forward, laid off to the wing back, lead to those possibilities.
Yeah, you saw Azokar streaming down the left-hand side. Bjørsvold maybe caught sleeping a little bit for the Lights. And Azokar, I think he's a little bit of a rush of blood to the head. He's tried to smash it across and caught it completely wrong. It ended up going all the way out to the other side. But yeah, wake-up call for Bjørsvold there. He needs to be alert defensively.
Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver. We're 22 minutes into this one. Oakland with a 1-0 lead. Otar Carlson's 6th goal of the season, the loanee from Venezia and Serie A. Roma did well just to keep it in possession, but now it's won back by Oakland. Oakland has 6 in the attack. Good step from Traore. Roma cleans it up. Now it's Chrysostomo off for Bjørsvold.
You see for the Lights so far, it looks like Alejandro Lara has stayed in the defensive. We've seen in previous games, when the game isn't going the way of the Lights, they'll push him into midfield to give more strength in there. You saw him there on the ball playing central defense, so maybe Enrique Duran will make that switch again to make the midfield a little bit more steely.
It will be a corner kick won by Duran Iskandarian. Good push there from Las Vegas. Iskandarian quickly will take it to the corner. The 20-year-old grew up in Los Angeles. Here he is, about to deliver this set piece. His first start tonight, his 6th appearance. Corner kick presented by Jarritos. And there is a tying goal from Lara. They wanted improvement in set pieces. They get it. Spectacular delivery from Duran Iskandarian. And Alejandro Lara has leveled things here in the 24th minute.
It's all about the delivery for me. What a whipped ball in from Iskandarian right onto the perfect spot on the 6-yard box. And it's a bullet header from Alejandro Lara. He's come steaming in, timed it perfectly, rose above everyone. I'm not sure where the goalkeeper's going, but Lara's smashed that in with the head. And you see a little bit of relief, but that's well deserved for the Lights. They went down 1-0 early in the game. A young team could have just folded completely, but they've kept at it. They've grown into the game. They've had more possession, and they've started to dominate the game, and it's a well-deserved goal. But you have to say, what a corner from Iskandarian.
It's the first goal this season for Alejandro Lara, his first Las Vegas Lights goal.
Yeah, potentially the one thing from the Lights, isn't it? They've not been great at set pieces over the last few seasons. They're a young squad, maybe not the biggest in the league, but Lara has brought physicality to the team, and you see in that instance he's gone steaming in, and what a header that was.
No change there, just Lara's first goal this season. Traoré still on the field. This in effect will be a hydration break. And that was an area of the field Oakland thought they would have superiority. Coach Garrett told us Vegas have conceded 6 goals from set pieces this year, 5 from corner kicks, 1 from a wide free kick. But the first set piece goal tonight has been scored by Las Vegas.
Yeah, the Roos didn't defend it great, did they? They were all a little bit stationary. The goalkeeper came into no man's land. And Lara was the one who ran onto it without really, in a corner like that, you have to step in front of the attacking player, and no one did from the Roots.
Now it's back on here for Oakland Roots. For Mella, deflected cross. It's headed and tipped over the bar by Abraham Romero. He's fired up after that save. Corner kick to Oakland.
He's a danger, Carlson, isn't he? He's a big threat up there. He's done well on this occasion. Threaded the ball out to Formella on the left wing. I thought he'd ruined the opportunity with a poor touch, but what a nice little dink with the left foot. And Carlson is the biggest threat there, isn't he? Won the header, and good save from Romero in the end. But there's the threat that this Oakland Roots team has.
Abraham Romero getting the start tonight. Juan Guerra, sharply dressed, all black. Nobody gets a touch to that on either side. And it's fallen here. Chase Bromstead, former University of Tulsa player, up front. And there's the young homegrown player for LAFC wearing number 95, Nathan Ordaz. He's from Encino, from the San Fernando Valley. Signed April 25th. He's been lighting up the MLS Next level at the under-19 division. Get this, Andrew, he's still eligible for 3 national teams, and all 3 seem interested. He's been called up by El Salvador senior national team after participating in a camp, and also recently been with the U.S. U20s and the Mexico U20s.
Where's the loyalties?
You take the call-ups?
No, you definitely do. You rightly so. It's such a difficult decision, isn't it? Because playing for any nation like that, I'm sure he'd be proud to play for all of them. But you've got to, it's a toss-up on how you do it, isn't it? When I played, I had the option between England and Scotland. Unfortunately, I never got the call to
Hey guys, I'm waiting. I'm ready to make a hard choice here.
I'm still waiting by the phone.
But exciting for the 18-year-olds. April 25th was his signing date. Made his debut as a sub for Danny Trejo, had a hamstring injury against Monterrey last weekend. Most recently competed with El Salvador at the Dallas Cup just a few weeks ago.
He's at the age where it's all an experience for him, isn't it? Playing for El Salvador's a great experience, or any of those teams. But he just needs to concentrate on becoming the best soccer player that he possibly can. And by getting these calls, it's a great sign that you're doing the right thing, but just keep improving, and the rest will take care of itself, and he'll know what to do when the time comes.
The scouting report so far from Coach Enrique Duran, he's very good with both feet, very good in 1v1 situations. So tonight, more of a center forward in a 4-4-2, but we'll see in moments when he can get wide and isolated in 1v1 for Nathan Ordaz. He also scored for the LAFC first team in a preseason game against Toronto FC back in February. And that's what's great about the relationship right now at LAFC, because you have John Thorrington as the head of the club on the soccer side. Steve Cherundolo is the first team head coach for LAFC. He was in this position that Enrique Duran is in at this moment last year. Duran was his assistant. But I think Coach Cherundolo knows what Duran needs for support. Duran understands what he needs to do to get the guys ready for LAFC, and Thorrington is involved with both.
I think it's invaluable, isn't it? And I think you've seen the difference this year. I think with Cherundolo going through this last year, he will know what Enrique Duran has, what he needs, and what he wants to do needs to do to make a successful team. And the improvements just stark on the season. The way they play, the shape, all of it. They've been fantastic. Maybe a couple of results haven't gone the lights his way. Maybe a little bit of fatigue at times. But they're growing. The signs are there. This team's got potential.
Bad turnover. That's Mikhail Keenan joining, and Iskandarian had it dispossessed. But that's the highest we've seen Mikhail Keenan pushing forward to win a ball like a attacking midfielder there.
Ever. No, Coach Duran mentioned, didn't he? He's been fantastic, and that's where he showed experience. He saw that play developing, and he knew if he put the pressure on, he was going to win the ball back. And then he slotted a great ball into Iskandarian, who just maybe thought he had that little bit longer on the ball. It was a good opportunity, but that's what Coach Duran wants today. He wants to see high press, he wants to put pressure on, and then attack in transition straight away.
There's a very honest answer. We asked him about the goal scoring. What if Trejo can't play? What if Jennings isn't there? Where will the goals come from? And he said, look, we're going to look to press. Most of our goals this season have come in transition moments. We're going to look to be better from set pieces. They got a set piece goal. We're also going to look to try our luck from distance. More shots from beyond the penalty area and test the goalkeeper.
Yeah, an honest answer.
Very honest.
But that's what you got to do. You got to find a way as a team. You can't go through a whole season being 100% fit. You're always going to have injuries.
Iskandarian central, poor clearance. Molina stays with it, and it's out for a goal kick. Oakland asking for the offside flag to come up, and it stayed down the entire time. There's Molina.
Not sure what the defender's doing here. Iskandarian got into a good spot. Another little dink ball in, and terrible defending. Molina, fair play to Molina. He's in the situation. He could have just given up on that. He never did. He put himself in the right situation like a good player would, and he almost got lucky. It was Barbia that kind of just fluffed the clearance, and Molina almost in the right place at the right time.
Barbier's played in every game. Tonight's his 10th start. Last 2 years with Sporting Kansas City 2. For that time in Romania and Germany. Barbier actually was a teammate of Christian Pulisic's at the U17 World Cup back in 2015. Good break here from Oakland Roots. It's off to this right side. The attacking right back pushing forward. It's Edgardo Rito. Now it's in the mix. Good defending there. Traore just stood up Mikhail Johnson.
Great play from Traore. Mikhail Johnson looks sharp, doesn't he? Got into a good situation, tried to run into the box. Dangerous for Traore. You make a misstep there, it's a penalty. But he stood up well, won the ball, and cleared the danger, which defensively we've seen Mohamed Traore. He's improving every week, but defensively he is exceptional.
Oh, a good touch there from Chrysostomo, who's nearly on, but it's fallen to Mikhail Johnson. Clearance from Mikhail Keenan. Traore out to defend against Edgardo Rito, the Venezuelan. It's a good ball as he goes crashing into the advertising boards. Picked up here on this inside, Juan Azocar, 26-year-old Venezuelan crossing, overhit it.
Yeah, second time today. That's twice he's overhit his cross. Gives the Lights a little bit of a breather. They were under a bit of pressure there. A good ball into the box compounds that pressure, but the Lights obviously get away with it and get to regroup. But the Roots obviously show they have the quality and they're going to be dangerous going forward. But it's got to be frustrating for the coach. You see the misstep by the Barbier a minute ago. You see how the quality they have. You wonder why they're not winning many games, and then you see mistakes like that. You can see why they haven't won many games. You got to concentrate. You got to be tight defensively. You can't go to sleep.
That was a good win from Crisostomo, and then Hernandez booked for insulting the referee. Needless yellow card there from Jose Hernandez, well traveled in this division. Second year with Oakland, before that OKC Energy, LA2, and Real Monarchs.
I don't think he said anything. I just don't think he threw the ball back into the direction, which I don't think any player would in those situations. You waste a little bit of time so your team can regroup. I don't think it's worth a yellow card.
One to one our score. Otar Carlson, his 6th goal of the season. And then from a corner kick to run is Kandarian finding Alec Lara. And Lara's first goal with Las Vegas Lights, and we're tied 1-1.
I think the Lights, the previous home game when we were here, the Lights had a great first half and didn't perform the second half. Can they today go into the second half the way they're performing right now? They're keeping hold of possession. I just want to see them maintain it. I'm sure they can. It just the previous game it just never materialized, but they look very comfortable in possession today.
How about that from Carlson? He's triple team. He keeps possession and draws a foul.
It was a bit of a rash tackle from Crisostomo, wasn't it? But he shows ability, doesn't he, Carlson? He's good awareness. His passing's been fantastic, and obviously a goal-scoring threat also.
Silver State Schools Credit Union has been serving Southern Nevada community for over 70 years as a not-for-profit, member-owned full-service financial institution prioritizing people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life. Visit Silver State CU for details. Remember, it serves over 56,000 members. 36 minutes gone. 1-1 the score. Oakland and Las Vegas. Throwing far side and Gardarito. And Oakland known for its attacking outside backs. And Gardarito on the right side, Juan Azucar on the left. But I think Las Vegas has done a good job limiting them so far.
Yeah, you have two good defensive fullbacks for the Lights on either side as well. Traore's athletic, can get up and down. Bjorschel on the right side has been impressive all season. So the Roots fullbacks aren't against.
Look at that speed. The shot is right at the goalkeeper, and that is the 18-year-old. Just signed his first pro contract a few weeks ago. Nathan Ordaz, the 18-year-old. You could see that turn of pace on the direct ball over the top.
Yeah, it was breathtaking, wasn't it? He looked like it was a 50-50, but once he's won the ball, he's turned into the next gear and he's left the defender for dead. And it's not a bad strike as well from a bit of a tight angle, but I like the fact he's put his head down and kept the ball down and just struck it on goal. That'll give him a bit of confidence.
Nathan Ordaz, he'd scored 12 goals and added 6 assists in only 14 games last fall at the MLS Next level in the fall season with the LAFC Academy. We mentioned all the call-ups, USA, Mexico, El Salvador, U19, U20 level, and also a call-up to a training camp with El Salvador senior national team. Good run here. He's been a danger man through midfield. Mikhail Johnson. Space here. Long shot. Over the bar, no deflection. It's a goal kick to Las Vegas.
Yeah, it fell to Charlie Dennis, didn't he? He always looked like he was going to shoot, but I think the ball bobbled up after his first touch. It was always going to be a difficult strike.
Juan Guerra looks disappointed there. His team had a comfortable lead inside the first few minutes. Set piece goal allowed as he talks things over. 6 caps for Venezuela. So Monagas in the second division of Spain had a bad knee injury there that slowed down his playing career, but age 35 in his first head coaching role this season with Oakland.
He looks a little bit frustrated, doesn't he? After the first half, I think maybe when you go 1-1 up in 2 minutes, you expect your team to kick on from there and improve. But since then, the Lights have probably been more comfortable in possession, and the couple of lapses in the defense will probably frustrate him most because the Roots haven't looked massively comfortable at the back.
Had to make a change at the back. Alejandro Fuenmayor left with an injury, replaced by Clementa. Now it's on for Molina. Here it's a corner kick. Just tap dancing down the end line.
That's what Molina's biggest attribute, isn't he? We saw last season he scored an absolute wonder strike from doing a similar thing like that. I love it when he just gets the ball and he has one thing in his mind: run at the defender, use the trickery, use your feet, your fast feet to get into those situations. But he's looked more positive today.
Corner kick, headed out. Bromstead will get there first on the far side. We'll watch it out for a Las Vegas throw-in. Chase Bromstead, Sporting Kansas City Academy product, 4 years, University of Tulsa, now in his first season with Las Vegas Lights. Tonight's his USL Championship debut with the Lights. He played in the Open Cup against Tucson for Las Vegas a few weeks ago. There he is, Bromstead all the way back to Abraham Romero. Lara opens up. Romero instead will go direct. And look at this, foul called. There's 3 committed forward there.
Doesn't look good for Edgardo Rita there, is he? He's gone down and he's instantly put his hand up.
Rito's 26. Played in Colombia last year with Patriotas Boyaca. Another newcomer to this Oakland team this season. He is in some pain.
It just seemed like it looked a little bit innocuous, didn't it? It just looked like it coming together.
Getting some treatment on that left calf. Couple years with Red Bulls too, before his stint in Colombia. But he's been excellent, Andrew. 2 goals, 3 assists in 10 games.
Just laughing at the fact he hopped off and then as soon as he got off, just walked. I'm sure he'll be fine. He looks like he'll be ready to come straight back on.
.92 degrees at the moment in Las Vegas. So did you cramp up more in cold weather or hot weather as a player?
I never cramped that often, to be honest.
You love your bananas? Get enough potassium?
Yeah, maybe didn't work hard enough.
Andrew, you never cramp. Are you putting the work right in?
I had it when I was younger, just not when I got higher up. Obviously, there was some games playing in Houston, it was just incredible, but never too much cramp.
But it could be a sign of dehydration?
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? When you're playing in 92-degree heat, it doesn't take too much. I think you just see that the game tends to slow down that much that you don't do as much running. I think it's the days where it's like 80 degrees where you feel like you can get away with it and the pace of the games are much higher. I think they're the ones where you over-egg the mix.
New one from you. And then the yolk just kind of goes over the edge.
I don't know. I've never baked in my life.
Makes it more difficult to stir. But you've had an omelet. Good support from Crusostomo helping out Lara. Free kick won by Darius Formella. Prefers Derek as his nickname, 26-year-old Pole. Formella pleading his case. Good return from him. 17 goals, 51 games, last 3 seasons for Sacramento.
Yeah, he's he was good, wasn't he, when he was at Sacramento? So another great addition for the Roots. He hasn't been on the ball as much today. It's been mainly the games run through Carlson. He hasn't had many. Oh, look at that.
That's wonderfully done. Ordaz, excellent ball into the path here. Molina, and Molina earns a corner kick. But that was the 18-year-old LAFC homegrown player, Nathan Ordaz, with that slick dribbling. And here he is going to take the corner kick.
It was just outrageous. Like the turn, the sharpness, but then to zing a ball out with the outside of your foot right into the path. That's just quality.
Ordaz takes the corner. Headed out. Clip back in. Second phase not dealt with well by Oakland. It was a free header there for Roberto Molina.
And Molina rising to win a header. He's not renowned for that. But good play from the Lights, isn't it? They've quietly in this game just really come into it. And you see the confidence. Ordaz maybe didn't touch the ball for 20 minutes, but you're seeing sparks right now when he gets it. The young guys really are stepping up.
Benny Diaz, first season with Oakland on loan from Tijuana. Mikhail Johnson, 21-year-olds from Norway. Wearing 77 there in midfield. He's also on loan from Venezia. Before that, the Feyenoord under-21s. As we said, his older brother Dennis plays for Venezia. Here's Molina.
Ordaz again.
Oh, he had the option to his left in Ordaz. It switched to Bjorshol. He'll keep it in. Oh, and it just rolls out. Throw into Oakland. 4 minutes will be added on here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, Molina, he had the option of just slipping it down the side of the defender. He's played it straight at him, but again, Ordaz with a great turn and he's got that little outside of the left boot pass where he can put it into Molina's stride as he's running. But Molina cut back inside and the pass was on. I think it was his Kadarian that would have been in. But good play again.
Miss clearance. Here's Ordaz on his left. Off the mark. Shakiness from Oakland here. That was Emer Clemente off the substitutes bench for the injured Alejandro Fuenmayor, and Clemente just whiffed the bouncy ball.
It's the second time we've seen them do it. I was talking about the frustration for the coach. When you've got a quality team like this, you've obviously got the players to win a game, and then you're making schoolboy errors at the back like that. You've got to stamp that out if you want to go and win games.
Good header, but all the way back to Abraham Romero.
You hate to be critical, but you've got to set a standard in the team. And things like that, it's just concentration. And a team has to have that first and foremost, don't they? Mistakes are always going to happen, but when you're seeing a couple of mistakes like that in a game, it's not good enough.
Abraham Romero will restart. It's interesting, we've seen more directness from Las Vegas. We've seen them mostly play out of the back this year, more direct. Tonight, it's picked up by Iskandarian. He'll take it to the corner. Pull it back here for Daniel Crisostomo. Now Lara. Keenan.
You just feel like there's a bit more grit and solidity to the team this season, don't you? I think Lara, Bjorshol, and Keenan have really, they just feel solid at the back. They look a lot more assured. And today they potentially, they had to build their way back into the game, and it's come from the likes of Lara at the back. We're just being solid and keeping hold of possession. And you say, when you need to, be a little bit more direct. You don't have to play pretty football all the time.
Azokar pushing forward from his left back position. He cut central, and now Oakland will build from the right side. Otar Carlson, his 6th goal of the season, delivered Oakland a 1-0 lead, but a tying goal from Alex Lara off a corner kick delivered by Duran Iskandarian. That's where we stand in first half stoppage time. It's cleared by Crisostomo.
it's set itself up nicely for the second half, isn't it? The Roots, you see the quality. You have Carlson, you have Johnson in the midfield. They'll still create chances. But the Lights overall have been passing the ball well. They've come into the game. Ordaz has looked sharp. Iskandarian's been good on the ball. He's put some good crosses in. It could go. It's definitely a game that's right in the balance. It could go either way.
Good pressure there from Iskandarian against the goalkeeper, Benny Diaz. Roots will push forward. Traore in good position. Throw into Oakland. 4 minutes. First half stoppage time have elapsed. And it is halftime. Rito heading to the bench. Juan Guerra pleading his case on stoppage time. And what do you make of that first half, Andrew Driver?
It was entertaining. It was a really fast start for the Roots. Went 1-0 up after 2 minutes. Looked like it was going to be a long night for the Lights from that moment, but the Lights just slowly came back into it. And they scored a great goal from a corner, and this game could go either way. It's been a chess match so far, but the Lights will be pretty happy with the way it's gone.
Halftime at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Otar Carlson is 6th of the season to lead the Roots. And then a tying goal, his first of the year, the center back, Alex Lara. Halftime from Las Vegas, 1-1 our score.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we'll be by your side through every moment of life's journey. From big life changes
to small celebrations and everything in between. Because we prioritize people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
Feel more connected to every fleeting moment. The Mazda CX-30 with available turbo engine. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. More power for your pursuit.
Nevada Donor Network is a proud partner of the Las Vegas Lights FC. We are asking for your help to save and heal lives. Registered organ, eye, and tissue donors give hope to the more than 650 Nevadans waiting for their second chance at life. You have the power to bring them hope. Register as a hero today at registerme.org. Together, we are Nevada Strong.
I'm good. I'm crocheting.
I see that.
It started off as a hobby, kind of snowballed from there. And Alex, I don't want to stop.
Well, I don't see why you should have to. Let's set you up with a side gig savings goal on the US Bank mobile app. This way you can turn it into your main hustle before you know it.
You're my hero, Alex.
What are you working on now?
Pool cover.
That's fun.
Oh, I made my wife a bathing suit.
Oh, did Linda like it?
She did not.
Oh.
You should see what I made for Max. Max, look at him. He loves it.
The confidence to make your dream a reality. US Bank. We'll get there together.
Welcome back, Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Gorgeous backdrop. Las Vegas Lights 1, Oakland Roots 1. Otar Carlson, his 6th goal of the season for Oakland. And for Las Vegas, the first of the campaign from Alex Lara from a corner kick. Silver State Schools Credit Union, great partner of Las Vegas Lights, serving the community for more than 70 years. They have more than 56,000 members, providing excellent member service and financial solutions for life. Let's learn more about Silver State Schools Credit Union.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we'll be by your side through every moment of life's journey. From big life changes to small celebrations and everything in between. Because we prioritize people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
those topics frequently. I mean, yeah, let's talk about
Stop
today where I'm going to
Yo,
topics.
roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
And it's all turning up goals. Oh, the audacity! Early fireworks in Wild Horse Pass.
Welcome to Tampa Bay. And he drills it. Wow! What a goal!
News and notes from across the USL Championship. Sweet 16. How about that, Andrew? Lou City, Sacramento, and Omaha round to the final 16 of the Open Cup.
That's pretty impressive, but it shows the growth of the league, doesn't it? We say it every week. The quality in the USL is improving, and to see those guys go through to the next round is a great achievement.
And for Louisville, a home game coming up. They try to get a sellout against Nashville May 24th or 25th. A legend heads to Hartford. 312 wins at UConn for Ray Reed, now the technical director with Hartford Athletic.
Yeah, use his experience for Hartford to try and develop the soccer there. I'm sure he can bring a wealth of developing young players.
And now a programming update. The USL on ESPN News notes the channel change. Tomorrow night, Tampa Bay heading to Phoenix, one of the most anticipated games of the season. East-West showdown, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, ESPN News.
The Rising starting to get in a little bit of form, aren't they? I think they had a very sluggish start to the season. The Lights obviously beat them at Cashman, but they've started, I think they've won 4 of the last 5 and slowly climbing that table.
They replay the 2020 USL Championship final, which was unfortunately canceled. Let's go to the scoreboard across USL Championship. Busy slate. Hartford took down Red Bull 2. Pittsburgh beats El Paso Locomotive. And San Antonio a road win in Miami.
Yeah, a long road trip for them, wasn't it? To come out with a good victory from South Florida is a great result for San Antonio, but you see the tight games, isn't there? There's not many blowouts on that scorecard.
Monterey Bay leading over RGV. Memphis beats Indy 11. Here's the upcoming schedule. There's the match, Phoenix and Tampa Bay. Memphis LA 2. What else stands out to you about that upcoming schedule?
Obviously New Mexico, Phoenix. New Mexico on the brink of the playoffs, need to start winning. A long road trip for the Galaxy all the way to Memphis. I've mentioned it before, I love these West Coast versus East Coast. I think it's brought a whole new dimension to the league this year.
Sacramento balancing the USL Championship and the Open Cup. Here are the standings heading into today in the Western Conference, presented by AARP Nevada. Colorado Springs got off to that great start. Las Vegas still in the playoff places. Interesting table.
Yeah, the Lights, I don't think they'll be disappointed at the start of the season. If they said they'd be in that position, they'd be delighted. And they've probably been worth a couple more results. They could be a little higher. And as I mentioned, the rising the table, excuse the pun, they've started to come into a little bit of form. I think the rest of the league will be on watch.
Juan Guerra thought that the Western Conference is deeper than the East, at least this season. 1-1 is the score at halftime. Otar Carlson, the Icelandic forward, his 6th goal of the campaign, canceled out by the first of the season from Alex Lara. Halftime in Vegas, we're tied at 1.
Alex and Orlando de Castroverdi, third-generation lawyers and lifelong Nevadans, grew up in the law. They've built de Castroverdi Law Group personal injury on their family principles. When you've been injured, they'll fight the insurance companies, seek maximum compensation, and stand by you the entire way. just like family. De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury. Our family will fight for yours.
Hey, Steph, you know we sold 30 cars on Monday?
On a Monday?
Yes, a Monday.
A Monday.
Yes, a Monday.
I thought we were low on stock.
We've literally got tons of cars coming in all week long. Our customers at Finley Toyota can have anything they want.
Even on a Monday.
Even on a Monday. On any day of the week, we'll do anything to sell you a car. Even on a Monday.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
Las Vegas Light Soccer is presented by Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump. By Westgate Las Vegas, experience legendary Vegas. By Port of Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop since 1972. And by Patria Energy Drink, official energy drink of Las Vegas Lights FC. Welcome back. Halftime at Cashman Field. Las Vegas and Oakland 1 goal apiece as we prepare for the second half. Matt Peterson with the former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. Your thoughts on the first 45?
Yeah, it was entertaining, wasn't it? The Roots came out on fire, didn't they? You thought this was going to be a long night. They opened the scoring with 2 minutes, and you're thinking that this team's here to play today. But then the Lights just slowly got back into it, had good possession, and were well worth the equalising goal. And it was a well-taken corner, and the Lights will be very happy with the way the first half ended.
I think it was a really nervous 5 or 10 minutes. We saw the opening goal inside 3 minutes for Oakland. Of course, Las Vegas missing some firepower. How did Vegas turn things around after conceding so early?
I think the experienced players shone through. Dekel Keenan at the back, and the likes of Alejandro Lara, who got the goal, really showed a little bit of solidity, and that helped the young guys to start to come back into the game and gain that confidence. And slowly but surely the confidence came, and it went from good possession at the back to then looking a threat. Like Ordaz looked very sharp towards the end, didn't he? And you can see the confidence of that young man starting to grow.
On to the highlights from this first 45 minutes. Oakland seeking its second win of the season. Vegas trying to bounce back after defeat in Monterrey last week. And this was the goal. The Lonies from Venezia combining. It's Mikhail Johnson setting up Otar Carlson.
Yeah, it's a goal right out of Scandinavia, wasn't it? But you saw that attack early doors, and you're thinking this team is going to be able to carve the Lights apart. But that was really the only threat that the Roots really had. And it was the second minute, and then here you see that the bullet header from Alejandro Lara. He's been solid all season. Great finish, but what a ball in from Iskandarian.
And then this was a good save there. Abraham Romero turning aside Otar Carlson. Here are the stats. Not too many shots. 2 on target for each side. Possession about even.
It's a close game, isn't it? The Roots are obviously have individual quality throughout the team. You saw that with Carlson's goal, and Johnson in the middle as well really shows some quality. But the Lights have got back into it, and you can see why they've had that 1 shot extra. They look more of a threat when they break forward.
You know what I like from those highlights, Andrew, was Duran Iskandarian. It's his first start of the season. He earned the corner, got the ball, ran to the corner, delivered it. Lara heads it in. I think it was urgency from a young player that maybe gave the attacking players some confidence.
Yeah, but you see them, but you see Iskandarian taking the corners. You see Ordaz taking it from the opposite side. That's confidence in the young men, and the confidence for them to run over, get the ball. They want to show what they can do.
Here's the upcoming schedule at Birmingham next Wednesday. So a busy time for Las Vegas Lights. And then a few days off hosting El Paso Locomotive at the end of May. And then a lot of road fixtures in June, beginning with Colorado Springs. Quickly now, Oakland Roots, its upcoming schedule, 3 straight at home, and then a road game at Monterey, Northern California rivalry to open up the month of June. Set for the second half from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Juan Guerra, 35-year-old Venezuelan, his first year as head coach. Instructions for a sub. That guy is most likely coming on soon with that kind of motivational speech from the head man. And we're underway from the second half from Cashman Field. Las Vegas in black, Oakland in the green and yellow.
Yeah, the coach was looking, he's very animated, isn't he?
I said it earlier, not pressure, but urgency. Maybe pressure is the better word. It's his first year as a head coach. 1 win through 10. A changed roster. And you can see by his body language on the sideline tonight, they want to win tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll say they want to win every night, won't they? But sometimes you go through these little patches. But yeah, he's a young coach. He wants to impress. He wants to show. And you can see the quality of the team, and they're set up well. There's just maybe a couple of mistakes. They fell asleep on the corner. Didn't attack the ball at all. Alejandro Lara for the Lights was the only person who rose and really wanted the ball, wanted to win the header. So yeah, he's probably frustrated because they're maybe letting themselves down a little bit.
And more injury worry for Oakland Roots. On that side of the field, it's Juan Azócar who's helped up. They already had to replace a defender. Alejandro Fuenmayor was replaced by Emra Clementa. Azócar slowed down by Björschel.
Yeah, he said he had a sore back, but Björschel just stood in the way. He's solid though, Björschel, isn't he? He's defensively very good. He's a very physical player.
Azócar last year with Rio Grande Valley in the USL Championship, 7 goals in 27 games. He's an outside back, but he's a proper attacker. Great return last season with 7 goals. Before that, over 200 appearances in the Venezuelan First Division. Oh, great first touch there from Johnson. Off to the right. Edgardo Rizzo, his cross is dealt with well. Tekel Keenan took no chance. It's a corner kick now to Oakland.
Yeah, Johnson's silky, isn't he? His first touch is fantastic. He finds the way to turn every time he gets it. This time it went out to Rito, and it was a nice driven ball right behind the defenders. It was well cleared, but promising signs from the Roots. They've started the second half like they started the first, on the front foot.
Short corner kick option. Juan Azócar is there. Now he'll walk away. 2 Vegas players there to deny it. Corner kick headed clear. Picked up by Jose Hernandez. We have not said his name much tonight, but he's a well-traveled USL veteran in his 2nd season with Oakland. 3 other clubs in the championship before that: Oklahoma City Energy, LA2, and Real Monarchs. Vegas dropping deep here to defend. Here's Rito. So much space, he'll take it. Johnson. Excellent from Johnson. He'll clip that in. Tekel Keenan heads away. Every time Johnson's touched the ball tonight, he's looked dangerous.
Yeah, he's good on the ball, but he's also got that little bit of turn of pace, doesn't he, when he runs with it. Got himself to the edge of the box, a nice little dink to cross into the box, but every time he's really the link man, isn't he? He's looking for the ball all the time. Here he is again.
They've used him in number 10 position, more of as a double 6 as well.
I think he's one of those that you just let him play at number 8, just goes box to box, find the space, get him on the ball as much as possible, let him go and figure it out. But you just see he just takes that little pocket of space every time. But the thing that impresses me most about him is his awareness. He knows where the first touch can be positive and take it away from the defender.
Throw in far side for Oakland. Hernandez out there. Hernandez. Johnson. Cycles wide for Rito. Rito. That's good defending. Bromstead, the youngster, doing well there. In his first USL Championship appearance with Las Vegas, it's the youngster Bromstead, isolated and well defended.
Yeah, you're right. He's well defended. He just stood up, didn't dive in, just let Rito try and make his move, but just stood his ground, watched the ball, and twice managed to come out on top. And here he is again.
Rito to the top of the box. It's a long shot. Romero covers up. That was Barbier with the hit for Oakland Roots.
It's a little bit worrying signs for the Lights. They seem to have just dropped a lot deeper to start the second half. The shape is good, but you're letting the Roots get some possession. A decent strike from Barbier, good save from the goalkeeper, but the more you give the ball to the Roots, the more they're going to grow in confidence, and as soon as they get that confidence, you'll see them try and start to break you down.
Thrown on this near sideline for Oakland Roots. Oakland 1 win, 4 losses, 5 draws, 3 straight draws for Oakland, including 2-2 last weekend against Orange County. We saw Enrique Duran there. It's a long run from the center back. Nearly turned it over, but he found Johnson. Johnson tries to go through. That's well defended by Crisostomo.
The fact that you say it's a long run out of the back shows how deep the Lights are going. They for some reason, they ended the first half on the front foot with possession in good areas, but they're just falling deeper and deeper, and these Roots players are starting to find space.
That was Tarek Morad, the 29-year-old veteran of the league. Traore slides in to clear away.
It's just a little bit of a flat start. You would have thought the Lights would have come out with brimming with confidence the way they'd finished the half, and it just seemed a little bit flat.
No run there for Oakland. All the way back to Abraham Romero, the 24-year-olds. Last year with Orange County, before that, LA Galaxy 2 and Pachuca. Invites the pressure from Motar Carlson, and now will try and throw it out. Crisostomo. To Roma. More patient here from Las Vegas Lights. Traore. Oh, Traore brave there. Flying over midfield to win the ball back. Now it's to Roma, isolated here against Rito. Deflected cross, and it's cleared. That's to Kel Keenan once again.
Good positive play from the Roots though, wasn't it? A poor giveaway from Traore that gave them the opportunity to break. Rito coming down the right, he's starting to get him into the game a little bit more. He slid the pass right in behind. It was Dennis who got there. It was a decent ball into the box. A good clearance from Keenan in the right place at the right time, but the Roots really starting to find the confidence. The passing's a little bit sharper, and they're making those darting runs in behind the Lights defense.
Corner kick, Oakland Roots. Headed out. Foot race. Won by Johnson. Benny Diaz. The Tijuana Loney with the long diagonal ball. It's a good one. Earns a deep throw-in for Oakland. Last touch by Bromstead as we see Guerra continually animated in the coach's area. It spills to Rito, low cross. Nearly a handball on Traore. But Vegas in the end clear its lines.
Well defended in the end, wasn't it? But again, Roots looking good, but this is what the Lights need to do. They need to have a little bit of possession, get out of the danger area, again, kill this momentum from the Roots, because the Roots are looking very confident right up for this second half. we mentioned it before half-time. Can the Lights maintain what they've done in the first half and carry on? But you can't give the ball away there, Jerome. He's won it back in the end. But that would have been dangerous.
Throw in Las Vegas. Bjorshol off Formella. Good work right here from Las Vegas. That's Crisostomo pushing forward. Durant told us he wants to see Crisostomo more in advanced positions, more as an attacking player.
Yeah, we've seen that at times this season, haven't we? We're used to seeing him as a number 6, the guy who'll do all the dirty work without getting any plaudits, but we've seen him pop up with a goal this season. It was a great goal it was as well. And yeah, he's just Mr. Consistent, isn't he?
Good work, Traore, all the way back to win it, back to Abraham Romero. 1-1, both goals in the first half for Oakland. In the 3rd minute, Otar Carlson, his 6th of the campaign, offside against Las Vegas, and then a tying goal from a corner kick delivered by Duran Iskandarian, headed home by Alejandro Lara. Mikhail Johnson made his Oakland debut last weekend. Tonight's his first start. That was Rito again pushing forward.
Yeah, nice from Johnson though, wasn't it? He's turned again into space. It was perfect touch and a great ball over the top for Rito. He's playing right back, but he's playing as if he's a right winger right now, and he's finding plenty of space there in behind the youngster Bromstead, who's having to put a lot of work in as a left wing back tonight.
Johnson, Rito, Traore to defend. Johnson all the way back. Tarek Morad all the way back to Benny Diaz. Silver State Schools Credit Union, prioritizing people over profits. Become a member today. Have a financial partner for life. Visit silverstatecu.com for more details. Bromstead defending Rito. One back by Oakland after a soft clearance from Traore. Ordaz tracking back. A good size for Ordaz as well. Just 18. From Encino, California in the San Fernando Valley. The latest LAFC homegrown player. Bromstead throws it in. Iskandarian trying to turn, can't get past Clementa. It's fallen here to Formella. Derek Formella wide to the left.
It's just all the routes right now, isn't it? It's all the routes. Keeping possession, Johnson getting on the ball a lot. This man being dangerous.
That's over the bar. Mikhail Johnson. He's on loan. He came up from the Rosenborg Academy in Norway, still 21 years of age.
He's got one thing on his mind there. Rito's come inside, played it into him. He's tried the strike. He's caught it a little bit too plush, straight over the bar. But he's dictating the game, isn't he? Mikhail Johnson in that midfield, his passing's been fantastic, but he's really starting to dominate the game on his own.
Good header there. He's found Carlson. They've done a pretty good job against Carlson. Very good start. He had the header, he had the goal, but since that second chance was saved by Romero, they've really bottled up number 22 for Oakland.
Yeah.
And there's a great strike. It whistles over the bar. Well hit.
That's Formella with the turn and strike there. The one thing that you can say about the Lights is they're strong at the back. Here's the strike from Formella on his right foot. Only one thing on his mind again. But they're starting to have these little testing shots, aren't they? You can't give too many of them because one of them has the potential to fly into the back of the net. The Lights are really under pressure right now.
Corner kick coming. Juan Azocar, the Venezuelan, delivers. Cleared straight in the air by Lara. Good work from Vegas, and now it's 1v1. Ordaz tried to slip it through from Molina, but good transitional defending from Oakland.
Yeah, Ordaz a little bit naive, wasn't it? Wasn't the right decision. That was a chance for the Lights to break. They've been under a bit of pressure. They could have done with getting a little bit more territory the other way. To give the ball away so quickly shows that inexperience.
Looks like Alvaro Quezada preparing to come on for Las Vegas. Here comes Ordaz. He's slowed down. Yellow card will be shown here.
That was better. That's exactly what you want. You need your striker to hold the ball up at times when you're under pressure. This time he's taken the ball and he was brave. It's a difficult skill to do that when you run across a defender at those high speeds. Did brilliant. Yellow card for the Roots defender, and just relieves that little bit of pressure.
Here's the yellow card offense. Juan Azokar.
Tried to run away, didn't he? If you run fast enough, the referee can't catch you with that yellow card.
Referee tonight, Malik Badawi. Mohamed Traore. Ordaz, good thought there. He thought the run would come from his Iskandarian. And then we see again that ability to use both feet. We've seen outside of the right, outside of the left, inside of both feet. Confident 18-year-olds, Nathan Ordaz.
Yeah, I understand. It was a little bit of a flick that time, though. For me, when you're under pressure, I want my striker holding the ball up. If I'm seeing it up, you don't. It always frustrates me when I see them take one-touch passes, and if you give it away, you need to hold the ball up. You know, I understand what his thought process was, and he's a young man.
Mikhail Keenan will concede a corner kick. Good pressure from Otar Carlson. It was a nice push from Clemente to keep Las Vegas pinned in, and now Oakland will have another corner kick. Romero organizing his box as Alvaro Quezada will come on shortly. Here's the corner. Romero read it well. And he'll punt quickly. That's an excellent punt, but well defended. He's not just an attacking outside back. That's smart defending there from Edgardo Rito.
Yeah, good from Romero, wasn't it? Though straight, he had one thing on his mind. So what's happening is that the Roots are throwing bodies forward. They're isolating themselves with Ordaz.
3 in the box. It's off the post from Dennis. So close off the left foot of Charlie Dennis. Nearly his second of the season. Oh, he hit it so clean. First time. Romero is beaten.
That was good play, wasn't it? Really good play down the left-hand side from the Roots. A lovely cutback, and for a left-footed man like Dennis running onto it, and he's caught it perfectly. Probably too perfect, because it's just ricocheted straight off the post. But there's the quality this Roots team has, and they are growing in confidence as the game goes on.
Charlie Dennis, last 2 years with FC Tucson, was a USL League One first team all-selection last year. All-league selection. Here's the short corner, sent to the back post. It's just a bit too far. Oakland saying it was touched. It will be a goal kick to Las Vegas.
Yeah, a little bit of a lucky break for the Lights, wasn't it? A great opportunity. Good. He's hit it absolutely perfect, Dennis, but straight off the post, and here comes a couple of changes.
Double change for Enrique Durant. Christian Torres, Alvaro Quezada, both will enter. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's Chuy Enriquez. Second year with Oakland, was a regular last season, 29 appearances. So Torres on for Mikhail Keenan. Chuy Enriquez on for Charlie Dennis. His last action of this game was that excellent hit off the post.
So I'm wondering here, if the Lights, if you're taking Keenan off, I'm guessing it must be an injury for Keenan, because he's been a stalwart at the back there. But potentially they're going to go to 4-4-2 now. Maybe just play with 2 centre-backs instead of the 3 that they have so far in the game.
Yeah, they could slide Morten Bjørschel from a wide area to a centre-back. He can play both positions.
That's true.
Alvaro Quezada, second season with Las Vegas.
shows that the strength the Lights have got now, though. Quezada, I think, has been a real high performer for the Lights the last 2 seasons, and he's found himself on the bench tonight. Oh.
Enriquez still getting his footing off the substitute bench, went down there.
There's a free kick, ref.
Duran's Kandarian departs. The other change for Las Vegas, and we'll see if Vegas does play short. They've been more direct than we've seen them most of the season. Typically, in this situation, they play out of the back, but we've seen more directness from Romero tonight.
Getting a warning for delay of game there.
There's Enrique Duran. Perhaps this is a byproduct of the players missing. Well, and on cue, they go short.
They can mix it up, don't they? They like to. I don't mind them going short in that situation because you've not had much possession. Maybe keep the ball out of the roots. Keep the ball off the roots for 5 minutes will breed you more confidence. I think that's what happened in the first half. They slowly grew into the game by having possession. It wasn't in attacking areas. It didn't cause any harm, but the players got used to getting the ball and being a bit more comfortable, and you see that here. I don't mind this. It's good to see the Lights taking the sting out of the game a little bit.
May 27th, $1 juice night with Jose Canseco. Las Vegas against El Paso. Tickets at lightsfc.com.
What kind of juice is it? Orange juice?
I think it's juice of the fruit variety. Bromstead back for Traore. Well, it seems like a back 3 right now with Traore, Lara.
Yeah, I think you called it. I think Björschel has come in and they've kept the 3 at the back with Bromstead on the left, and then Quezada slipped in on the right wing back area. And that was probably right, because you've got Carlson up there. You don't really want to give him any space, so 3 defenders gives you the opportunity to make sure there's always 2v1 against Carlson.
Good run here from Quezada, right onto the game. He's put it to the top of the box, and it's clear. That was a good burst there from Quezada with his fresh legs.
Great burst from Quezada into the right area, and you see what he's kind of didn't know which one, Molina or Ordaz, who to pull the ball back to, and he kind of put it in between them. But great burst of energy from Quezada. Maybe what the Lights have been missing, and much better.
Here's Christian Torres. Vegas have weathered the storm. Now can they find a go-ahead goal? Lara headed down, but central, picked up by Molina. Ordaz dropping off, offering to help. Here's the 18-year-olds. Back for Mohamed Traore.
Good for Molina. That you see, he read the game. If you start winning the second balls, it's a massive help for your team, and he got into that area brilliantly, and this is much better from the Lights.
Ordaz tried to return it to Daroma. Picked up here by Johnson. And I feel like there's a few moments we've been very complimentary tonight of the 18-year-old Ordaz, but he is known for his 1v1 ability. These are moments where he's wide, where he can try to go 1v1 against the Oakland defenders.
Yeah, and I mentioned it earlier when he flicked the ball inside. You don't have to hit it first time. Take your time, take a touch, and then make your decision. Again there, he tried to pull the cut back first time. Get the ball, go 1v1. We saw it when we saw him in the first half 1v1 with that turn of pace. It was great to see, but he started being a little bit more rushed and trying to play flicks. But he's an 18-year-old. That's what I want. That's what they do. I was the same. It took a few tellings off from the coach until you get it out of the game.
Hernandez, nice ball. Beat one line. Carlson clips it back. Good thought there for Formella, but it's picked up by Romero.
Nice little dink for Formella's run, but really good positioning from Björschel. Put his body into the right position and confident in letting it go through to Romero.
Wonderful turn from Molina. He slipped a pass here, but the offside flag comes up, much to the displeasure of the Las Vegas coaching staff.
Yeah, you can see the whole bench there. Didn't think it was offside, did they? Ordaz has pace, so he's one of those that he's so fast. By the time the linesman has looked up, he'll look like he's in an offside position. But promising, great for Molina again, getting himself into those nice areas. He's influencing the game. Like when Molina is on it and he influences, he can be that spark that the Lights need. Getting into that area, playing the ball in behind.
Rito. Enriquez, good double team from Vegas. That's really good defending. It's a throw in deep, but nice work, Traore and Bromstead out there against Enriquez.
It's a solid challenge from Bromstead as well, wasn't it? For a young guy, he showed a lot of strength there.
Clementa's cross headed out. Throw in here to Oakland. Rito ready for it. Bromstead heads away. Ordaz battling. Advantage played to Oakland. Barbier. Hernandez. Quezada out to defend. Torres will apply pressure. The People Over Profit Foundation, powered by Silver State Schools Credit Union, is focused on elevating education and financial literacy to support initiatives that prepare Southern Nevada students for long-term success and fulfilling lives. To learn more and donate, visit popfoundation.com. Good team defending. Torres gets to it, finds Crisostomo. Crisostomo dances out of it. He keeps it in play. Back for Torres. Torres, good dribbling. Slipped by Hernandez. Wonderful from Torres here.
Wonderful for him and Crisostomo. The turn from Crisostomo to get out of the... He had 2v1 and he managed to turn and get away from the danger. And here you just see the Lights team harrowing, and this is fantastic from Crisostomo. Just the awareness to know where the defender is to get away. You don't need to be super fast when you know your surroundings and your spatial awareness is there.
Really feels like the LA Galaxy 2 game just a few weeks ago at home. 1-1 in the second half. Both teams very even, really unsure where the next goal might come from.
Yeah, I think the Roots started the second half sharp again like they did the first, but the Lights slowly starting to gain more possession, grow into the game. It's going to be the same as the Galaxy game, isn't it? It can go either way. It's two evenly matched teams. It's going to be a case of who wants it the most.
Yeah, and really typically a point on the road is what you want, but I do not feel like that would be a happy result for Oakland. They've drawn 3 in a row. They've drawn 5 this season. I think they want a win tonight and would not settle for a point.
Yeah, especially against that. When you looked at the team sheets tonight, they probably saw a few of the names from the Lights missing as well and thought maybe marked it this game as a game they had to win. So they'll be going all the way, but this Lights team has the players in this on the pitch that can change the game in an instant.
Back for Abraham Romero. It's a good ball right to the middle field for Molina, who's found the space. Maybe Romero's distribution growing here in 2022. Oh, good feign by Quezada. Gets it back from Bromstead, tries to turn. Bromstead tried his luck, it slipped through, but the flag is up. Molina in offside position on the pass from Torres.
Great from Bromstead, wasn't it? He put himself into the area, went in aggressive again, won the ball. It almost fell to Molina, just strayed that little bit offside. His touch wasn't great either way, but there's the signs from the Lights getting up further up the pitch, winning the second balls and putting the Roots under pressure. We've seen tonight when you go at this Roots defense, they don't look comfortable.
'75th minute, Christopher Jaime preparing to enter for Las Hernandez all the way back to Diaz, the goalkeeper.
You saw there Enrique Duran doing the age-old rotation hand gesture where he's saying to Jaime, who's coming on, I'm guessing he's going to want all those young men up there to be interchangeable. You've got a lot of ability up there. Just get them moving around, pull these defenders left and right.
Good run here from Oakland. Lara out to defend, well-timed sliding challenge to deny the cross. It's an Oakland throw-in.
Oh, brilliant from Lara. Absolutely brilliant. Last gasp defending, stop the cross. He hasn't put a foot wrong tonight, has he?
Here comes Jaime. An academy product, came over from Nomads in San Diego. Second year with Las Vegas. He's a confident player. He usually comes on, looking to do things, looking to score a goal. He is never hesitant.
Oh yeah, he grows. He's one of those players that's developing, and he improves every week when you see him.
And he replaces the 18-year-olds. Nathan Ordaz, his first start. Off the throw, and it's come off for Oakland, and it's headed away. So Ordaz, a sub last week, a start tonight. Give us an overall assessment of Nathan Ordaz, his first Las Vegas start.
I think he can be pleased with his performance. You can see he's young. You can see I think Enrique Duran himself said that he's got so much potential, but he's also going to need a lot of development. But you saw that there was sparks of energy at the end of the first half where you could see like he has serious ability. Just if he can bring that together and just develop and grow, then you've got the makings of potentially a good player.
Molina pressured well. Rito throws it in. And I tell you what they've done in midfield. They've really done a good job limiting Mikhail Johnson. He had so many touches early in the second half. We haven't not called his name in maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah, it looked like he was just going to pull the strings for the rest of the game, didn't he? But we've not heard from him in 10 minutes now. But it's the same as what's happened in the first half. The lights have started to, they just slowly get a little bit more possession, and then you get more possession going forward. Molina's got into those nice little spaces and started to do what Johnson was doing the other way, dictate the play and play the passes in behind the defenders.
$55 possessions for Oakland tonight. Pretty even game. On the whole, again, very even. Oakland was much better the first 5 or 10 minutes. Vegas grew in the game. They took their chance on the set piece.
Again, though, with the lights, you can just see these players growing. The change from last year, the shape, their pressing, their attitude, everything's just gets better as the weeks go on. Like, because there is absolute quality in this Roots team. We've seen that. Johnson and Carlson since his goal, and he had a header I think just afterwards, has been kept completely quiet.
Yeah, huge credit to Kalkinen before his departure, and now Alex Lara. That's good work. Tarek Moron, the veteran. Up this left side, there's a low cross. Enriquez gets inside Lara, but Lara gets a foot in anyway and clears it. Good organization from Las Vegas. We saw the shape in the warm-ups. They've got good defensive shape tonight.
Yeah, it has been great. When you play 5 at the back, it makes it a bit easier because there isn't as big spaces. But they've been dominant. Carlson's 6 goals on the season. He's probably one of the better strikers in the league, and just managed to quell him so far. The dangers came from Johnson and Rito out on the right-hand side is where Oakland have looked the most likely.
And really, Andrew, a confidence-boosting shift for Chase Bromstead right there, 23. Got his lights debut in the Open Cup a few weeks ago, but this is his first appearance in the USL Championship in Las Vegas. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, he's done great. Rito's obviously the threat, isn't he? And he's kept him quiet. He's been aggressive. He's he's won some 50-50s, but yeah, left wing back's a difficult position because you've got the defensive responsibilities, but you also have to be up and down, and you have to keep going. And he's been up and down all day, hasn't he? And you mentioned him a couple of times defensively. He's obviously a good one-on-one defender.
Space on this right side. Clementa's ball, it's left there. Nobody behind Lara or Carlson. All the way back to Diaz. The People Over Profit Foundation, powered by Silver State Schools Credit Union, strives to equip Southern Nevada students with tools, resources, and access to build a better future by educating, empowering, and enhancing our community for the common good. To learn more or donate, visit popfoundation.com. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver. 80 minutes gone, 1-1 the score. Both goals coming in the first half. Oakland took the lead 3 minutes in. Otar Carlson is 6th of the season. And then from a corner kick, Alejandro Lara heading home from a exceptional delivery from Duran Iskandaria. That's where we stand. Both sides making changes in the second half. But really not a big chance for either side in the second half. Not a real big save from either goalkeeper.
You see the difference as we stand right now. The Roots have a lot of possession. Early in the half they had possession, but they were being more direct with it. The way they are right now, they're passing from left to right at the back. The Lights if the Lights can win the ball on these possessions, they've got a great chance to transition like now.
Traore on cue with the win, finds Torres. Vegas will break with 4. Here's Jaime with Daroma in front. And a free kick given to Oakland as Jaime tried to keep that play alive. He ran into Mikhail Johnson.
Well, he's protesting the decision, but I think he's tried to play the pass, and the defender's just nicked in before him, and his follow through from his pass hit the defender. But yeah, as we were saying, the Roots are having a lot of possession, but not in great areas. So if the Lights can just nick the ball and break in these situations, they've got a great opportunity. You maybe miss the pace of Ordaz, but you've still got Torres, Molina, and Jaime up there.
Hernandez. Direct. Chested down by Enriquez, and a sliding tackle from Bromstead. He comes up big again. Chase Bromstead clutching at his right leg as he blocked that shot from Chuy Enriquez.
Oh, he's got the old cramp, hasn't he? And it's come from. He's had to do a 20-yard sprint. That Enriquez has taken the ball down brilliantly. But what a tackle from Bromstead. That's where you're putting your body on the line for your team. Last 10 minutes, it's a goal-saving tackle, and unfortunately for him, he's got cramp, and there's nothing worse.
How about that? Wonderful from Bromstead.
Brilliant. You know what he's done so well is he's lost the space of the ball, but a lot of defenders will still try and win it in the air, but he hasn't done that. He's instantly turned. Instead of diving in and selling himself, he's turned and says, and live to fight another day. And because he's done that, he's had the opportunity to get back in, and it was a really good touch from Enriquez as well, by the way.
And one challenge for Bromstead is just his fitness. He played about 60 minutes against FC Tucson in the Open Cup. He's just asked for a substitute. But it's tough to kind of build him up to go from 60 to 90 plus.
Yeah, it's hard. And then you throw in the fact it's 92 degrees outside. But here comes a array of changes for the Roots. They're obviously looking to get some fresher legs on.
Johnny Rodriguez replaces Darius Formella. Jorge Almaguer is going to enter for Las Vegas. The other change for Oakland is Memo Diaz. It's a homecoming for him. He played college soccer at UNLV. Now he's back in Las Vegas. As Almaguer enters. Almaguer will enter for Chase Bromstead. So Bromstead, his last action was that potentially game-saving block of the shot from Chuy Enriquez.
it looked like he was going to go more central, and he was talking to DeRoma as if DeRoma may come out onto the side.
Oh, Memo Diaz, number 23, second year with Oakland, 31 appearances last year. 2 years with El Paso Locomotive before that. Here's the corner kick, headed out. There's Bromstead. First start, you never would have known it tonight.
No, you can be happy, can't he? He's put all the effort in. That's a good way to go out, isn't it? A last-ditch goal-saving tackle.
Nice work from Enriquez. Positive play for Oakland. Off to the right, just off the substitutes bench. Clementa. Game opening up here in the 86th minute.
Yeah, it's a war of attrition now, isn't it? There's tired legs all over. A lot of games been played.
It's a good ball from Enriquez. Quezada has it covered at the back post. He gets there before Barbier. And now we see Johnson throwing it in. He's dropping deeper and deeper to get on the ball.
Yeah, they want him to dictate the play, don't they? But it's maybe now a little bit more desperation stage. Go from back to front and try and nick the goal for the Roos. You have to say they do look the most likely though right now.
Rito keeps possession. Hernandez wide for Johnson. Johnson has time to pick his head up. Good step from Crisostomo. Enriquez. Wide here, Memo Diaz. To the back post, through everybody. There was Rodriguez. One of the other substitutes, Johnny Rodriguez, his third year with Oakland. Well-timed arrival, but he could not connect.
A great ball in from Diaz, wasn't it? And Romero's actually just put his body in the right spot, because if he didn't put his body on the line there, it was going to be a tap-in.
Yeah, it felt as if Johnny Rodriguez was afraid of making contact with the goalkeeper and did not connect with the ball.
Yeah, so what's happened is because Romero's come out, as a striker, you're looking at the ball, but you see a flash of orange in this case, and you start to have doubts, and just that split second of doubt is what caused it. It's like an NFL player catching the ball, isn't it? When they see the defender coming, they often drop it.
Lara clears. The People Over Profit Foundation, powered by Silver State Schools Credit Union, supports Southern Nevada-focused charities and organizations that provide educational programs to students in grades pre-kindergarten through 12th grade and beyond. To learn more and donate, visit popfoundation.com. Jaime will come over. He has blood on his face.
Doesn't look happy, does he?
Vegas down a man for the moment as Jaime receives treatment. Chuy Enriquez. Rito. Nice work from DeRoma. Enriquez. Nice knockdown. Rito at the end line. Centers it. It's headed off a foot and cleared. As Jaime receives treatment, Oakland trying to capitalize up a man. Clementa. DeRoma defending. DeRoma called for a foul as he dumped Clementa.
Again, it was that man Rito down the right-hand side. He's such a threat coming from fullback. Good play from the Reese, but really good last-ditch defending from the Lights. Putting the body on the line, clearing the danger. But you can see them, they're starting to get a little bit leggy, aren't they? The gas seems to have run out for the Lights. They seem to be holding on a little bit now. The Roots smell the winning goal.
Juan Azocar, the Venezuelan. First year with Oakland, last year with RGV. And a frustrating cross from Azocar. We saw it in the first half from the opposite side. That's a few where he's overhit it.
It's just not had his iron today. I think he might have been on the old leg weights this week because he's smashed those balls a few times over the crossbar. We just need to calm down a little bit. Just in this situation, just put the ball into the area. It doesn't matter how it is. Make the Lights defend it. Don't give them a free out like that.
A pressing team, this Oakland team. They don't want to draw tonight. It would be 4 straight ties, 6 on the season, and only 1 win from 11 from a team that made the Western Conference semifinals a season ago and reloaded.
Yes, it's a game they really must have really needed to win. You have to commend the Lights. And, yeah, you can see Enrique Duran raging at that decision. I thought it was a bit weak.
Jaime applying the pressure after his few minute spell, getting treatment. That's Crisostomo tracking back. Good work from him. Read that pass so well. Romero must clear. But he keeps it in play. I feel like Romero's much more confident with his distribution now.
Yeah, he's done well today as well, hasn't he? He's been commanding when he's needed to be, but his distribution's been different class.
Lara heads it. I remember a game in particular. Colorado Springs came to town, a midday game in April. High pressure, hot day, yellow card coming out, and Romero struggled with his distribution. He's looked really good tonight.
Yeah, confident on the ball. He did a few real long balls up on the counter attack to Ordaz.
Jaime draws the yellow card against the veteran Tarek Morad.
He's trying to say that he won the ball there. He was nowhere near getting the ball. Good decision from the referee, a definite yellow card. Nice from Jaime though. I liked it. You turned him and used his pace.
Direct restart, misread that time by Diaz, but no one there to capitalize for Las Vegas. Really stunning from a goalkeeper to misread that floated restart.
I don't know how he misread it that badly. We saw him struggle on the goal. He came into no man's land then, and then that one, it was bizarre. No pace on the ball, and he's managed to jump underneath it under no pressure.
Corner kick. There's been so many late moments this season for Oakland, good and bad. Conceding late to lose a win, scoring late to earn a result. It happened 90+4 last week against Orange County. The goal from Otar Carlson. Does Oakland have another late goal inside itself? Enriquez with the corner, and it's headed over the bar. It was touched last by Las Vegas. It's a corner kick coming to Oakland. Chuy Enriquez will deliver again. Here it comes. And it's fallen here nicely to Las Vegas. They will break with 3. It's on for Vegas, 3v3. Jaime in front. The pass came from Molina, well defended by Rito. He was on an island, but got his body in the way.
It was a tired pass for Molina, wasn't it? It was a great break, but he's tried to play it with the outside of his left foot. If he could have shifted it onto his right foot, it would have been easier pass. But there you see the two coaches. I think both will be. I think Enrique Duran possibly the happier, but I think the 1-1 was a fair result.
Duran and Guerra exchanging pleasantries. And a really deserved 1-1 draw. I thought a very even game. We weren't sure where the final goal might come from, and it never came. 1-1 draw, full time at Cashman.
Yeah, and to say that the Lights had some of their most experienced players missing, I think that man can be absolutely delighted with the attitude his team showed. They were under pressure early in both halves, but they showed the maturity and the attitude to come back into it and grow into the game. And yeah, I think it was an overall great performance. Dekel Keenan can be happy. Alejandro Lara with the goal for the Lights was outstanding at the back.
On to our save of the game. And let's go back to this chance from Otar Carlson, looking for a first half race denied by Abraham Romero, presented by Nevada Donor Network.
Yeah, so he rose up, good save from Romero, just tipped it over the bar. Carlson looked at that point like he was going to be a threat all day, but that man, Lara, managed to they quelled the danger, and it was a great performance. And there you see Danny Trejo obviously missing tonight. You asked the lights if they could have got a result without the likes of him and Carl Jennings. It would have been difficult, but great performance.
Remember, you can save a life at registerme.org. On to our Get Lit moment, presented by Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump. And here it is. Tehran Iskandarian earned the corner. He takes to the corner, and Alex Lara takes advantage.
Great delivery, wasn't it? Into the absolute perfect spot, and Lara was the man who wanted it the most, and you saw what it meant to him and the team. Coach Durant said they needed to do well from set pieces, and to salvage a draw out of a set piece is fantastic.
First goal for Las Vegas for Alexander Lara. We'll come back and wrap things up from Cashman Field after this. Full time from Las Vegas, Lights FC and Oakland 1-1.
Port of Subs is celebrating 50 years as your neighborhood sandwich shop. From a single sub shop in Sparks, Nevada, we've grown to serve local communities all across the western United States. Things have changed over the years, but every sub is still sliced fresh, served on fresh baked bread, just as we did 50 years ago. Visit your neighborhood Port of Subs today, or order online at portofsubs.com, or download our app for easy ordering and special offers.
Sliced fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Yo sé que tú puedes. Tú puedes hacerlo, yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti. No estás solo, estoy aquí para ti. No te rindas. Deja de fumar y vapear, por favor. Please. Sigue intentándolo, vale la pena. Eres la persona más fuerte que conozco. Fuerte. Yo te admiro. Yo te admiro. Yo te admiro. Eres mi modelo a seguir. Deja de fumar y vapear hoy. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por mí. Hazlo por nosotros.
Nuestros niños están mirando. Para obtener ayuda gratuita para dejar de fumar y vapear, llame a la línea de ayuda de Nevada al 1855 Déjelo Ya. Es el 1855 Déjelo Ya. 1855-335-3569. Por mí, por ti, por nosotros. Viva saludable.
As a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights, Security National Mortgage Company is looking to help you score your next big goal, buying a house. Our process is simple, with in-house underwriting, processing, and closing, keeping you informed from start to finish. With our Snap Home mobile app, you can look for a home, get financing, and more right from your phone. Together, we can outmatch the competition. Contact us today and let Security National be a part of your home team.
Las Vegas Light Soccer is presented by the Castro Verde Law Group, where they treat you like family. By Finlay Toyota, where John Barr will do anything to sell you a car. And by Cox Your View. Catch replays of the Lights every Saturday at 10 a.m. Post-game scenes from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Crisostomo, Daroma, and Lara talking things over. Not totally satisfied with the 1-1 draw. Great sign for that team. Not happy with just a point. Expected at 3. As we get to our man of the match. And tonight, it's Alexander Lara, who's been so versatile this season, Andrew Driver. Tonight, popping up in a set-piece situation.
Yeah, he can play midfield. Tonight, he turned up at centre-half. He obviously scored the equalising goal. What a finish it was. But defensively, he was outstanding as well. He up against a difficult opponent in Larson. He just kept his on the game, and really confident, solid player.
And the man of the match presented by Laborers International La Una. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver, the former Houston Dynamo midfielder. That was a really good game.
It was, yeah. It was different stages of the game. The Roots dominant and early in both halves, but the Lights grew into it and showed a really mature performance. I don't think we've said that many times, but this team's really starting to grow together. A few younger guys had to step up tonight, and they acquitted themselves really well.
Chase Bromstead, his first start. Duranis Kandarian, his first start. And then Chase Ordaz, the 18-year-old, his second appearance. Three guys very inexperienced at this level that showed well.
Yeah, and they had to do it tonight because it was against a very difficult opponent. But they came in. Ordaz showed glimpses of quality. Bromstead was consistent throughout, solid in the tackle, and he really put a good shift in. And I think they can be very, very happy with what their performance was. And the depth of this Las Vegas Lights team keeps growing.
Next broadcast, the 27th against El Paso. Should be a good one. I know El Paso wants some revenge after that wild 5-4 win for Las Vegas way back in March.
Yeah, but obviously whenever you're playing the Lights, it's going to be difficult because there are often goals. But yeah, when revenge is on the table, it can also add an extra ingredient to the game. So the Lights will want to grow off this, maybe get a couple more of their more experienced players back, but another good game. And before that, a road game at Birmingham on Wednesday. That will do it from Cashman Field. Las Vegas Lights went down early, a third-minute goal from Otar Carlson, but a set piece delivered and scored by Alexander Lara. Duranis Kandarian with the quality delivery. Abraham Romero stood tall with this save. And our full-time score is Las Vegas 1, Oakland 1. For Andrew Driver and our entire crew, Matt Peterson saying good night from Las Vegas.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.